this meditation. So you are saying that meditation is somewhere related to mindfulness, right? We all know that from our childhood that कुछ भी हो गया मम्मी पापा बोलते हैं थोड़ा मेडिटेट कर लो देखो तुम पढ़ाई में अच्छा हो जाओगे ऐसा कुछ, राइट? तो it happens, right? You will be able to concentrate and all that.
Yeah.
As a child, right? I have a kid. You probably have a kid. You must have also taught him. So how do parents teach this kind of an habit to a child so that the upbringing and the upbringing of the child as he grows, matures, is better and he's more mindful? Because we live in a very, very dangerous world now, right? Our attention span, I was reading some from other day, not even 5 to 7 seconds. We just swipe left,
Yes.
right? Or swipe down for the next reel. So it's very important. So how do someone does that?
Yeah. So the simple things with children is they learn by watching. They don't learn by teaching, right? That was one of the reasons I started practicing, because if I am not able to regulate myself as an adult, I can't tell my child calm down. He's not going to learn to calm down, because as a young child, you co-regulate with your parent, right? You do it together. So the moment you are telling the child calm down, relax, stop crying, you are basically enforcing something on the child, right? So simple trick is, of course, modeling it for them. With my son, I'm very candid. My shouting is reduced over the years. It's not that I don't shout at him anymore, but there's a way that I used to do it with a lot of frustration, irritation, anger. Now I'm able to keep that in the background and come back to the message I want to convey. And this is what I'm saying is the process of skill development. You will not go from shouting, yelling to being this very calm, peaceful person. This is what people expect, right? People expect, in fact, even my husband, initially when I started practicing, he said, you still get angry, you're practicing mindfulness. Your default system is your emotions, right? You will experience those emotions, and those emotions will activate some behaviors in you which have been reinforced for a long period of time. जो बार बार we have repeated, it's muscle memory, it comes out. To break that, you need awareness first. What is happening? Okay, I'm saying child or relative or somebody is a problem, but how am I contributing to the problem? First step is awareness. The second step is, once I become aware, how can I manage it better? Can I calm myself down there? If I'm unable to, then I'll remove myself from that situation. And if I am still unable to, then I will probably take some time off. Right? And systematically, we work towards improving our outward regulation with children, where you're careful about the words you use, you're careful about how you are behaving around them, and careful about things like lying, right? As parents, we all use white lies. Oh, aaj tabiyat theek nahi hai, I can't come for this party or something like that. These are things we need to be very careful around children. Children don't learn by us telling them nahi jhoot nahi bolna chahiye. They learn by watching us. Right? So these are simple things. And then you slowly work on it. Okay, 5 seconds I'm going to hold off my hand. 15 seconds, 20 seconds. You build your strength. Just the way you build reps, right? In the gym, you don't start, first day you don't start with 20-25 kgs of dumbbell. You start with 3 kgs. And that's how we build even our emotional capacity of dealing with things.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good advice, that one. So, I mean, going back to the earlier discussion we were having, I was reading somewhere that there are two organs, most probably, one is heart, another is mind, right? Which never stops, right? If I'm living for 80 years, 90 years, 50 years, 25 years, whatever is my lifespan, all my organs, like during sleep or some other time, it gets rest. But the mind and the heart, they never get rest, because the mind is always wandering here and there, especially in the world we live in, and heart is always beating, because if the heart stops, we are dead. So, and essentially all our thoughts, all our actions are related to karma, right? So what you are essentially saying is that we are doing some karma, but we should be aware of that karma and we should be trying to do it with calmness and concentration and mindfulness, that what is right, what is wrong, and all those kinds of things, right? So that is essentially your overall message, because without karma, there will be nothing left, right? Uh, it's a bit spiritual. I hope I'm making sense to you. Oh yeah, but
That's how I was. Yeah, but for the benefit of those who don't really follow the spiritual, see, all these are constructs. According to me, be it spirituality, it's all things given to us by people who have been before us, people who have lived their life, understood life, and some people might totally buy into it. Some people don't. For people who don't, we practice it as a skill, right? You just practice it. Okay, I want to be a better person is everyone's intention. Even if I want to leave out karma out of it, I want to go better than I came into this world. I want to leave this world a better place, right? That's at least what every human being aspires for at some level. Why we do these things is because we want, somewhere I feel when I'm teaching or when I'm sharing this practice, the tradition I have learned from called Unified Mindfulness is a beautiful tradition, which was Shinzen Young's research work of 50 years. And I feel that if that work has to last, I need to reach out to as many people. If somebody 5 generations down the line has to receive it, then it really needs to spread, right? So that comes from the need to leave something better. That's one way of looking at it. Now coming to karma, yes. Traditionally, especially in the Eastern traditions, we believe that we have multiple lives. We come back each time, and each time we are coming with these mental impressions that we are building during this lifetime. And these mental impressions are what? Every time how my sensory system receives information and how I am reacting to that information is reinforcing a sanskara, right? Every time that's happening. Right now, every moment, every second, we are nothing but an input processing output machine. Like this computer you're watching on or a phone you're watching. You receive input, you process it using your mind, you produce output constantly, right? And this output that we are producing, you cannot probably change that output unless you're aware of the input and processing. And that is why mindfulness comes in. Because most of the time, before we even understand the input we have received, we are on the output. And I'll give you an example. My son was not very young, but he was much younger when I started. He's 14 now when I started teaching. And he used to find it very amusing to come into the room and stand next to the camera because, of course, you can't see what he's doing, and he used to make faces. Okay. And this used to really activate me because I'm here trying to speak very seriously, take people through mindfulness sessions, and this kid keeps coming in. And I used to be like, either I can't, I have to keep a straight face on the camera. And I used to get very activated, mute the thing for a few seconds and snap it. And then I realized, what am I even teaching anyone if I can't follow what I'm teaching, right? It makes no sense. And then I started realizing that it takes me exactly the 5 seconds to yell at him. It takes me exactly 5 seconds to calm myself down and ask him, is there anything you need right now? Right? It takes the same amount of time. The problem is with my perception. Because I feel he's here to bother me, so this activation is happening. So I had to skillfully ground myself. Notice when that input would come up of irritation activation, I had to ground myself, get regulated, pause the camera and ask him, can I speak to you after the session is done? And automatically the behavior stopped. It's just so interesting, right? And children wait, they enjoy these reactions from us, and it's innocent. They don't understand sometimes, it's just fun for them. You react and it just becomes a pattern, a very unhealthy pattern. And this is how I believe that we teach mindfulness to children. And I tell my son that, I regulate myself. That's a simple thing that people can do.
right. So very important lesson in that story that you told us is grounding yourself, right? What are my options? Then look at the most grounded option and take that path. That will not only keep yourself very, very, mindful and very, very calm, but also the person you are attending to, he or she will also take a lesson out of it. Very, very important story and lesson you shared through that. So thank you for that.